hearts in a symphony. Track lights glowing like stars, chasing dreams in racing cars. Fuel, burning speed unreal. Courage is the driver's deal. Roaring louder than the crowd. Legends rise, fierce and proud. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane. Racing our blood, feel the octane. Fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name. On the edge where legends ride, every corner adrenaline inside. Victory's flag waves in sight, never backing down from the fight. Underneath the blazing sun, battles fought, battles won. In their hearts the fire's true. V8 spirit, we salute you. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane. Racing our blood, feel the octane. Fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name. Underneath the blazing sun, battles fought, battles won. In their hearts the fire's true. V8 spirit, we salute you. V8 veterans, heroes of the lane. Racing our blood, feel the octane. And fast as lightning, chasing the fame. V8 veterans, remember the name.
Hello.
How you going, Andrew? How you going, Mark? Welcome. Looking forward to this. Is the Trent Allen show going to continue, or are new people going to turn up? And the return of Ray Smith. Looking forward to see how he goes.
Yeah, good evening, fellas. Yeah, Trent is definitely another league of his own, isn't he?
Yes, looking forward to. No doubt he'll be moving up a split. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I wanted to say track map, eh?
Yeah. So how?
Interesting
Well,
track, this one. How'd you find it, Mark?
I wasn't a great fan of it. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan of it the last time we raced here, and I wasn't definitely not a fan of it now. So
Yeah, I remember this one quite well. There was a slight modification to it than last time, but it was the race that Dean Logsdale won his first race in Split 3 and beating me. So, yeah, so looking forward to this one. Turn 1, it can be very hectic there. You can go off track. You can hit the wall. A lot of passing, surprise passing is made in Turn 1. Turn 2 to Turn 3, you've got to get that right. Down to second, usually there's a white line there that I will turn and hit second and try and get as tight as I can to that apex. And you can go 4, Mark.
turn 4, need to nail that right for the straight. You can make a lot of time up on there. Turn 5, that was a tricky one. I think last time we went a little bit further.
Yeah, it was the stretched version of that corner last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was one of those ones where if you got the power down too early, you're gonna plow it into the wall. Up over 6 and 7, not too bad. A little bit gets a little bit light over 6. 7 and 8, I didn't find too bad there. And then down to 9, it was pretty good. You go from mine, mate.
Yeah, coming up to 10, going up the hill. It's quick from 5th down to 4th, down to 3rd, and down to 2nd, trying to get that corner 11 just nicely. Up to 12, which was fairly easy corner, that one, and up to 13 can make you and break you. A lot of guys would dive under you if you go too wide. You can put the power down too much and spin out around that one, and then down to 14. I found 14 was the hardest one, trying to get that speed right without the front wanting to turn left or right and end up on the grass there, which I saw a few people do. Then coming down to 15, trying to go as wide as you can, not to get an off track, and then just let go of the power over the little crest, and then back on and just hitting it flat out over the start finishing line.
Yeah, those last couple of corners, those big sweepers were sort of you sort of were turning in blind, but you need to keep the flow up, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, it's an interesting track. Lots of up and downs, lots of lefts and rights. Even the pit entrance, you had to get right down to 60 k's, which was you really had to use the brake a bit to get right down to that speed, pit limiter speed.
Yeah, short entry on the pit limit on short entry going in, but a long pit lane.
Yes, and plenty of time to rest and have a look. Surprising. I'd be interested to see how many safety cars were in this one. I know there was only a couple in Split 2, but be interesting to see how it went.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's the track.
So how'd you find it, Andrew? You just found it a bit difficult, did you?
Yeah, I've struggled the last couple of weeks. When I look back, it's the fact that they've been reasonably new tracks. This one we've been to once before. The week before that was a brand new one, and I just seem to take a lot longer than everybody else to learn tracks for some reason. So yeah, I've struggled the last couple. Happy to be back at Bathurst this coming week for the big final, but yeah, just struggled on those new tracks. Felt right out of my league, to be honest with
you. Welcome to the age, mate. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I feel like I'm way out of my league as well. But we get up the positions. I suppose you struggled with it too, Mark. You said before you didn't really quite like it.
No, I didn't like it. I think I qualified mid, which is where I expected to be, sort of thing. But then I didn't expect the tyre drop off to be like it was.
Okay. Yeah, well, we got Ray Smith. Welcome back, Ray, in pole position, and then Trent Allen. Would have been if Ray didn't have to go away, it would have been a nice battle, him and Trent. I reckon that's they're very close, very similar drivers, and hopefully they'll in time in the future there'll be some good rivalry going there. Trent Allen, he's way in front in in numbers 2. Mike Yo doing well again, coming back from a week off, I think. Mark Horton, well done, Mark. That's a nice fourth there for you. And Sanderson getting better and better each week with Pecky. Well, Pecky moving up as well, getting his race legs back. Todd Martin, Matt McKillen, Dave Gully, Scott McKenzie rounds up the top 10.
You got Andrew Rushworth and Nick Heusler.
Just give us a minute. We're jammed.
They're jammed.
There we go.
That's it.
Hang on, I've lost something here.
You're up to Aiden Rice now, number 13.
Yeah, I've lost my... What's going on here?
Oh, we got Aiden Rice in 13. Mark, yourself there in 14th. Will Munro in 15th. Roy Clark, 16th. John Fillingham, welcome back, John. He's in and out a bit. Andrew Galley in 18th. Craig Healy and Peter Vermey make up the top 20.
And then you got Wade Reynolds and Scott Perrins, James Cormack and Reg James. Alongside, behind them is Mike Koroloff, James Boardman, Brett Horsell and Michael Hayes. Then Jason Dunn and Simon Black. Great to see Simon back racing again. Andrew Johnston, Ty Delaney's the race control. Bruce McCloud's race control, and so is Jason. Daniel Norris, Peter Callow, Granshaw, and Justin Wood. I'm guessing didn't set a time, which wouldn't have been hard to do.
Did you
No, not around there. So, and we only had one qualifying lap too,
Okay,
so wasn't hard to hard to have an off track on that one.
Yeah.
Did you know that was only one?
We were warned just before qualifying. Yeah, they obviously realised. So yeah, no, we were told.
There's some surprises there. Yowie, nice and high. He's a very capable driver, so he sort of has one good week, one bad week. So yes, Nick Hessler there, still going for the championships, having a shot at it. So yeah, it's going to be a good race.
Righto. Yep. Well, hello to the guys out there in YouTube. We're already a lot further ahead than we were last week. We managed to get the grid to come up this week without having to restart everything. So let's hope it goes all right the rest of the night. Yeah,
we've got Andrew Rushworth out there, Luke Allman's out there, Mr. Robinson, RSPEC, Roberta Knopf, and Roy Clark out there. Some of these names, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, Roy Clark, I don't know him, but yeah.
Oh well, let's get this. Right. Let's shear the sheep.
Yeah, open the gate.
Put the gumboots on and get cracking. And away we go. Tight corner this first one. What's going to happen? Anything exciting? So far, so good.
I think it's turn 2 where it all goes wrong. Turn 3.
Get up the position. Oh, here we go. Who's that spinning? Is that Roy?
Yeah, that's Roy.
Bad luck, Roy.
Yeah, bad luck, Roy.
It's just like the officials all over again, eh, Roy?
Oh, apparently that was my fault.
Oh, okay.
right there was a little bit of net code in that, from what I've seen, and yeah.
So Trent Allen's got the lead now. Ray's dropped back to second. Mark Horton's up one position and Yo's gone down one. So yeah, so there's a few changes there. The biggest gainer is Nick Hessler, or Hosler. How do you say it, Mark?
Nick Heusler.
I've always called him Hustler. Heusler up 4 spots. Reg James also doing well, 6 up.
Yeah, and Scotty's up as well. Good to
I've
see.
always said Hausler, but apparently I speak with a funny accent, so it probably doesn't count.
That's true. You do speak with a funny accent. It's fairly clean at the moment. It's going well.
Yeah, it did spread out nicely. Notice on my track map, I start the race with the track map up, and yeah, it comes up on my dash on the wheel.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of those little things. I think Andrew just bought one of those. It tells you all the information and just mount it in front of your screen, in front of your wheel. I reckon that'd be great.
So I just run through SimHub as an overlay.
Yeah, I just used my Z1 dashboard, but yeah, I just replaced the screen because I managed to wreck my other one while I was doing my upgrade. Ripped the back out of it. So yeah, I haven't actually got anything different to what I had before. I just had to replace the screen.
You didn't get angry and throw a spanner through it.
No, it was just a like a replacement screen that never really had proper plug, but it was straight onto the circuit board, and I don't know, I had a short cord plugged into it. When I moved something the other week, I managed to rip it all off the circuit board. So got another nice little one. It's really good actually. I'm really happy with it.
2 laps down and still tight. No breakaway here by Trent. Still Ray's just hanging in there. Matt McMillan's moved up 3. Yo's dropped a couple. He must have gone off track a bit. Found you had to be really spot on with this track with your brakes. You couldn't brake too early, too late. It was a difficult track with the front tyres.
Yeah, finding the right brake line again this week was another one of those things that rattled me quite a lot.
Yeah, it's always been that sort of topic of discussion, isn't it? Where you set your brakes. As I find, every pedal's different, every driver's different. I like to go more forward, and there's lots of guys out there like to go more back. So I don't think there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just how you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think I was way down in the 40s.
Oh wow, because I was 52.8.
Yeah, a lot of people said, "Oh, yeah, forward's going to work, but forward just didn't work for me at all. I was just losing more time than gaining until I went back, and then I was, oh, okay, this is better.
Yeah, like I said, it's all, like every pedal's different, and so how you brake, it's all set with different springs, different dampeners, different everything, and just the way you feel more comfortable. I like to brake really early and turn in. Some guys like to brake really late and use the rear bias to spin that car around.
Yeah, I found earlier on when I was sort of still finding my way with the track, it was better with a bit more rear, as you say, to get a bit of turn. But as I learnt the track, I ended up going back out to, I'm normally at 1.5 above what it comes out at. So I don't know, I think that would have put me up about, what was it, 50 point something originally, so I think I was up about 52.3 or something.
And then there's guys like the freaky Luke Elman who just grabs it straight out of the showroom and doesn't change anything, and look how well he's going.
It's scary, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, I've seen a picture of him, yes, he is scary.
That That's me.
Roy Clark must have pitted, unless he's just, from that spin out, he had to, like me, had to start at the back of the pack.
Yeah, he had to wait for everyone went round. Which wouldn't hurt Roy. Give him some lessons in racecraft about how to come through the back without wrecking anyone. Right, Roy?
I know, he doesn't really bite too much, will he?
I think I could make him bite.
Reg James up 7. Peter Verme also driving all similarly, up 5. So the pack, the front of the pack starting to settle in. And there's Andrew, chugging away. What up you, Andrew? What are you up?
Oh, I was going all right at that stage.
Like I said, Trent and Ray. I mean, there's also, Sanderson, Horton, McMillan's been doing well. Nick's been doing well this season. But yeah, Trent has sort of been in a league of his own. Starting to make his move up 3. Will Munro on screen. Up 1 position. Is he out there? You out there, Will?
Uh-oh. Bit of drifting.
Oh, nice recovery. Oh no, and that second.
And the second one too.
Oh, there goes his sport.
Unlucky Will.
Does that put Will down behind Roy?
You'll enjoy that. I think Will's really enjoyed himself in this split this year. I think he's been a lot more competitive and starting to get his little bit of hunger back to start racing again.
I think this is about when I'm screaming at race control, can you confirm that black flag that come up on my screen? I didn't hear the call out. I have actually got issues with sound. I've been through two new headsets and they're both doing the same thing. So for about an hour and everyone sounds like they're in a time capsule.
Yeah, I came into turn 2. I don't know how many laps down, but all my screens went blank. I just sort of slammed on the brakes thinking I'm going to be ending up in the sand, and it was all right. The screens came back on and no one had hit me and I was still on track.
Yeah, that'd be pretty off-putting though.
Oh yeah. Reg James up 11.
He's going well, isn't he?
Just doing what he has to do. So getting that, this is the second last race. Mark, how do you feel about top 3 going up, top 3 going down, bottom 3 going down?
It will be interesting to see who comes down. Hopefully they're hopefully they're not as quick, but I think they will be.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if they're going to count guys that've only done 2 or 3 races.
Yeah, that will be key, won't it? Ooh, someone's really off track there. Never never seen anyone ride all four wheels on that yellow stuff.
Ross Watson's joined the chat. Welcome, Ross. Another Kiwi.
Yeah, we're getting invaded, aren't we?
As long as they stay over there.
They're all right. Starting to get a good spread. You've got a couple of Americans in there now. We've got a couple of Brits.
Yes.
Somewhere around that.
Poor Jeff Eddy had to send a message the other day. He had to resign from racing because it's winter over there, and the clocks have gone back or forward. I don't know over there, but it's an extra hour that he loses, so we won't see him until summer.
Yeah,
Summer.
And then the other American took a win in the split too.
How
was
well
broadcast
is he
last
going?
night. Yeah, it did go well, didn't he?
Yeah, so that's the massive surprises there. Scott Weston's doing really, really well. You know, I think he's up into about 5th or 6th in the championships, and he's had his first podium that I can remember. So he's really, really doing well. Andrew, it's fun.
Yeah, no comment.
Love tap. Now you have to wait for everyone to go through, don't you?
Yeah, I think I ended up putting in a reverse and backing out onto the grass.
Yeah, I am doing my drive-through.
Yeah.
Which really hurt.
It's hard to come back from that unless you get a couple of safety cars. Trent Allen's finally moved away. He's got a 2-second break over Ray. Doing really well. Mark's hanging in there with Sanderson doing really well.
Just want to upset the YouTube chat out there, and in the form of saying that the setup for Bathurst this week, I don't particularly like it because I actually gave Jamie one that was a darn sight better, a lot more stable, a lot more safer, and I know this because I did 1,000 Ks on it. So I'm just going to put it out there. It's not as good as the one that I gave Jamie.
I don't know about upsetting the YouTube channel, but yeah, I'm starting to upset the the Discord channel. The setup's awesome. What are you going on about?
Well, I did better times and picked up gained a lot of time through a couple of corners there with the setup that I had. Massive amount of time. Did some laps on Jamie's set last night, and it was back to where I was previous.
I haven't tried it yet. I'll give that a go tomorrow morning.
I've done a lot of laps around Bathurst, and I did a PB on the 7th lap this morning with the new setup, so I'm happy with it.
Luke's saying it's a good setup. I don't think Luke's ever said there's ever been a bad setup. Just the same as Mark hasn't said there's been any good setups.
We put Luke in a bloody Commodore, and we still couldn't slow him down.
The guy's doing really well. He's doing really well. And it was good to see Damon get his first pole.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, position, he's doing really well too. So he's getting his connections a lot better now. And so he's showing the faith that the team's put in to help teach the other blokes. Yeah, going back.
No, that was a ripper pole, though. Yeah, it was good to see that. 2 AJR cars on the front row. Proud moment.
Yes, it would have been for but I wonder where Dean would have ended up. Trent's moving away even more now, up to a 3-second lead. Coming up to lap 10, they'll be starting to think about their first pits.
completely no strategy going into this, and thought, well, this will be what it is. Just
Well,
milk it.
hasn't been any safety cars in yet, so now it comes down to strategy. Now, when you're going to try and get the undercut or go long or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah.
Reg is still up 11 spots, doing really well. Now it's a weird one. This up 3, down 3. There's going to be a lot of new drivers this season. Going through the list of the waiting list, and most of them all got in. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
And a lot of those drivers will be split one.
Yeah, not all of them. There's a lot other blokes that have just jumped in. I had sort of been thinking about it. It'd be sort of like the top 3 go up, the bottom 3 go down, and then from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 get asked if they want to go up or not, and if they decide to go up, and another one drops down. I sort of think they might want to race a highest league div or split. What do you say? And or they might want to sit back and try for winning a championships themselves. But I think they should be asked if they want to or not.
Yeah, I know Jordan Ross. He's coming in. Future waitlist. That's what I've got it on. No, I've lost it. But yeah, there's going to be some really good split one drivers coming in. So it'll be interesting to see just how many of those split one drivers push back and sort of take the top. I think there's a couple in there that are top 10, top 5, even capable of winning.
Yeah, Jordan Ross, definitely. I've heard his name many times over the years. So yes, he's definitely a really fast driver. I don't know what Scott's going to do. I know summer's coming up now, and he's just bought himself a boat and everything like that, and the caravan. So he might decide to race a little bit less next during the summer series, so he can enjoy himself a lot more.
Yeah, some time away. Yeah. Geez, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Yes, he's very lucky. He's he's got himself a nice boat. He's always loved his boats, and he hasn't had one for a while. And caravan likes to do the family thing, go fishing and all that. So hopefully he gets a bit of time away and gets to enjoy it. I'd put it this way: if he's not racing, then all the other blokes have got a chance.
Just watching what's being said in the YouTube chat. There was a rumor earlier today that Gen 3 wasn't happening next season, but I presume it's just somebody stirring the pot, because it was pretty clear the other day that it was definitely happening on the 10th of December.
Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting car to drive. I'm hoping that when it comes, I'm going to buy it, the Mustang, and take a couple of days off.
Yeah, I've just found out that I'm on call over Christmas, so I won't be going away, so I know what I'll be doing. Learning how to drive it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sort of going to be interesting. I don't know much about it. They're all saying better grip, not as fast. So
well, it'll have less aero grip, obviously, because the whole car design has.
Yep.
But you would like to think that the
Tyre
advances that iRacing have made in tyre and that sort of thing will give it more mechanical grip. And that's what Bruce McLeod seems to think, and I tend to agree with him actually. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I still think it's going to be quite different to drive actually, but I'm not saying worse or better, but just different.
Yeah, some guys will click with it, and some guys will take a bit more time to get used to it, I suppose, like everything. Like when the Gen 2 came out, it was a lot different than the Gen 1. A lot of big movers down there. They got Justin Wood up 17, Jason Dunn up 11, and Reg James is up 14 still. Nick Horsler. I'm gonna get hard on. That's going to be a tough one for me to remember.
Nick from Perth.
I'll just say, Nick, I'm sorry, Horsler.
Well,
RaceKraft hanging into second spot there. Still about nearly 3.5 seconds behind. Trent's just mows. Oh, here we go.
oh,
Reg.
Reg.
He was making such good moves. What's going to happen here? Oh, it goes wide. Yep, made it.
yeah, kept on the black stuff. But it was not that it was the black stuff he wanted to be on, but it was still black. Yowie in the pits.
Perrins into the pits. Rushworth into the pits. Norris into the pits, yes. Mike up 10 spots. That's not a bad livery there. I like that. Really hits you. Oh, I like that green headlights.
Yeah.
Certainly stands out, doesn't it?
Yeah, blue row.
Mark Horton, Sandy and McMillan in the pits. I don't know much about Brett Horsell. I've seen him a few times on the track. He's for someone who I think's been in for this season only. He's doing quite well.
I think Brett's a Kiwi too, isn't he, Andrew?
Not 100% sure. I actually got an apology from him after the race because it was him that turned me in that shot earlier that we had. But yeah, I think pretty sure he is a Kiwi. But you're right. I think he's only been around a season or so.
I think he does the New Zealand League too, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I'm hopeless with names, so I'd have to see him 20 times before I remember it.
Yes, he's been doing all right in this New Zealand League. He's getting better and better each week. Sometimes they confuse me because you get the same name, but one says Horsell 2 or and stuff like that. So I don't know if they're the same guy. Same as Ross Watson, he's got a 2 next to him.
It's definitely the same Ross Watson. Can confirm that one.
Yeah, he's got the same car. So, but for a while there, I was wondering if there's 2 of them. It's a pretty common name, Watson. A few guys coming into the pits now. Ray Smith's coming into the pits with Trent. Everyone's coming in now.
Todd, Nick, Aiden's in.
I'd like to think I know Ross Watson well enough to be able to say that we don't want 2 of them.
Do we have any passion cars in the vets?
I was going to say no, and then I'm pretty sure we do. But now I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking of the New Zealand stuff.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple here and there. They're a growing side, doing really well, especially in the New Zealand League. But I think they're creeping into the Vets League now as well. But they're nice. I think John Lee. He's one of the starters of it.
Yeah, I think he's split forward.
Yeah, Dane, but don't ask me to remember to say his last name because I can't. Runs that show and does a good job of it. So, yeah, well, you're right. They're up and comers.
It's good to see a lot of other new teams out there, and not just the main ones that I've had seen for years and years in the officials. It's good to see new little teams forming and growing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 6 months or so with a new car and everything else. It'll be a bit like going to 4 splits and vets. It'll be a whole new landscape, and people will learn the car faster than others, and then there's always the cream will rise to the top, and it'll all evens itself out again in 6 months or 12 months or something. But fun times in the meantime.
Yep. And we'll see how many more official races go off. Might actually do some. I haven't done officials for quite a long time.
Yeah, I must admit I'm guilty of that too, and I did cross my mind today. I thought maybe I need to do a bit more over the summer.
I've probably been doing it for the last 2 seasons, every week now, every Monday nights. There's a lot of old names starting to appear. I saw Josh Cook's name the other day. I haven't seen for a long time. I know Frank Muggleton, who's an old teammate of mine, is joining Vets next season, and he's just got back into it after about 3 years layoff. So looking forward to see how he goes. In his day, he was a really good driver.
Yeah, I remember that name.
He's had more names than than a lot of guys out there. His first name was Matt Jones, then Matt Muggleton, then Frank Muggleton. So yes, he just kept changing his name so he could keep playing in the development league. He'd come third, and he'll change his name so he can keep competing. But they Simon Black and all that conned onto him, and after one race they said, "I think it's time you not come back."
Yeah, I never really bothered with doing starting a second account. It was just you gotta buy more cars, more tracks.
Yeah, that would have been my gripe. Spend all the money twice. I remember when I very first joined iRacing, actually, I had to email them because I spelt my own name wrong.
First or last name?
The last one, I can't remember exactly what it was. I think I left the T out, so it was just SONE or something.
That's a classic, Andrew. That's a classic.
That's funny.
That's how excited I was to join iRacing.
Ray Smith's got back the lead from being there at the start of the race. Mac McMillan got himself got a bonus point there for leading the race. Ray must have short-filled his car, and Trent probably put a lot in. Well, Scotty Perrins, what is he up? 8 spots. Well done, Scott. What colour is his paint today? Oh yeah, the new paint. Quantum Peggy, is it, on the side?
I think so.
So everyone's pitted.
Yeah. Interesting strategies there.
Yeah.
I think Will and Hazy have sort of forced him to an early one. That might pay off for him.
Yeah, this is really only those two that are the standout early ones, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Will got that damage from that spin, so he's probably a forced pit.
Yeah, I think I could only get 14. I see there's a couple of you that managed to get 15, or one anyway.
top four is very tight. Only a couple of seconds splitting them.
I guess by that way, and Matt made it underfilled on Trent.
Yes, I would say Ray has gone for a track position there. This one here too, go into second gear up here and just trying to get the grip down without going too hard. For me this was the best part because I could get a bit of a breather. Down from 5th to 4th to 3rd to 2nd. Trying to hug, I was going a lot closer.
Short shift to 3rd.
Yep. Up this hill into here, I was going to be tight by there must be Roy, yep.
Ah, Scotty, you got to be a bit more defensive than that on Roy.
Go the accelerator here, then jump back on it, trying to ease it around on the black strip there. Down to second, turn it in, and then ease the power on. Up to 4th, back to 3rd. On that white line, I'd pick the 2nd. And turn it in, and then trying to power up. This is where a lot of guys lost control.
Didn't we see Reg off track just before, like a lap ago or something?
Yeah.
He's 10 spots up though.
Yep. Yeah, he's made that ground back that he lost.
Ray's made a bit of room there. He's got bit over 1.5 seconds from Wayne. That means there must have been something because Matt's dropped down. Oh, he's at a 1:49, so Matt must have had an incident there on that last lap. Oh, Peggy's doing well, up to 5th.
Battle with Mark and Michael.
I can't tell. Which one's Pecky's car?
The yellow
Yellow one.
Oh, has he changed teams?
Yep.
Ah. Good team M1 Racing, got some good drivers in that. Fast cars.
Yeah, Quantum Pecky Racing is now Quantum Racing.
Okay, yep. That makes a bit more sense now. Seen a lot of guys over the years have their own teams and decide it's enough and just go and run it. All they want to do is drive, so they fold up and go and join another team.
Yeah, I'll be like that too once I win Split 2.
Nick just hanging on in the background. Closing in.
Yeah, he's had a really good year, Nick. I reckon he's had a and he's probably had a couple of bad races. I did see on his stream, I haven't watched it yet, but he did say what could have been. So I'm not really expecting a great at the end, but he's definitely a top 5 driver in this split.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had at least a year off or something with an injury of some sort. I can't remember what it was, but he's
Yeah,
driving better now than he was like 6 months ago, for example. So yeah, definitely either putting in a lot more time or yeah, he's made an improvement there somewhere.
I remember when their team first came to iRacing, you know, because their picture of their birds on the bonnet wasn't hard to miss.
Yeah, the Angry Birds. Yeah, well, I was Nick was my team boss at one stage. There were, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the team now, but it was Stealth Sim Sport. That's right. At the time, but he'd been Angry Birds, and now they've obviously gone back to Angry Birds.
Yeah, but I remember seeing their paint work on their cars at the front, and yeah, it's distinct. You know, you don't forget that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wayne Sanderson doing really well, up 3 spots into second spot. He's also another one that's. Is this his first season or his second season, Mark?
Second, is it?
Hoff, can you tell us?
Offhand, yeah, offhand, I can't really place the name from last season.
But he's someone that's just hangs around, and you know, before you know it, he's up in the top 3 or 4, and he's racing really well.
We'll just check on our leader Ray and see how he's getting along.
He's got a 2-second lead.
Very handy lead.
Damn good driver.
Doing it easy.
I think you're is it frozen? I don't know.
What's
No.
frozen? Nah.
It's all good.
That my YouTube
Whoa,
just went.
someone went round.
Oh, who was that?
That
Changed it.
was James Cormack.
Luke wants to see pit stops again, or was that a while ago? I think he wants to see pit stops.
Nah, it was a while ago.
Been a fairly clean race.
Yes, isn't it?
Uh-oh, he's blinking. Oh, it's not a good sign. Oh, don't tell me he lost internet.
It's
I
just
think that's-
just disappeared off the timing tower, isn't it? Oh no, hang on, it's
Yeah.
just dropping back.
Yeah, that usually means he's gone.
That's not
out.
good.
Oh, he'd be spewing.
Just saying how easily he was doing it too.
I don't think there's anything more frustrating than leading a race or even being in the top 3 and having the internet die. Happened to me once at Phillip Island, and yeah, you don't know what to kick first when you get off.
Yeah, I remember when I first got started, I had a cheap shifter at the time, and I was having like the best race I'd had in the 3 months that I'd been doing it, and the shifter broke or let me down or something, but it genuinely felt like I'd had a mechanical breakdown. You know, it was yeah, horrible.
I remember the days where your G29s and G27s and all that were your common thing, and the holders onto your metal plate or onto your table would come off and loose, and you'd be trying to drive with your gears and all that sort of stuff, with everything hanging off sideways.
Yeah, I only ever had that happen once, and the very next night was in there and bolted it to the tabletop.
Super glued.
I think I've got a vague memory of a screen falling forward into my lap at one stage from the very, very early days.
Was that Pornhub?
That's nothing.
I feel sorry for him. He was driving really, really well too.
I just had a look at the result sheet. Yeah, he disconnected. Yeah, that's bad. And he led 7 laps. So.
Yes, it's a frustrating game sometimes.
Killer up 18. He's got his back to his purple paints. Remember that he used to be the tennis ball kid? Used to be the tennis ball kid.
Yeah.
John changed him to green or something.
Yeah, he used to have several different tennis ball colours, didn't he? Just for a future reference, everyone out there on YouTube, all the volume levels all good and no stuttering or anything silly like that. Let us know if there is. Appears all good at this end.
It looks all good on what I can see from YouTube.
Yeah, it looks good.
Something must be going to go wrong. We never have a good one.
Oh, here we go.
Oh!
Is that Reg again? Yeah.
Slight spin.
Didn't get to really quite see what happened there.
No, not sure how I missed that one, but something happened. Unlucky Reg.
That looked like he'd done it on his own, going back on YouTube.
And Pete goes around as well. Just kisses the barrier.
Yeah, going back on the YouTube one, I think, Andrew, I think he lost control himself, Reg.
Okay, yep.
On his own.
Does sort of get light when you come over that rise, doesn't it?
Very. Will Munro's moved himself into 11th. Well done, Will.
Yes, good effort.
I wonder if Reg will come in for another pit now. Wayne Sanderson gets himself the lead up forward, doing an awesome job. But Trent's just hanging on in the back of him. Be interested to see what Sanderson's incident points are up to this stage.
I was just having a look at the incident points for the entire race. The few out there that finished on 1.
Okay. Well, I see his total's 43 for the year, which is still high, but compared to everyone else, he's doing really well. So he's
Yeah.
been consistently safe and still jumping up the order. Suppose that's all that matters, isn't it? If you don't do any mistakes, you don't go off track, you don't lose positions.
Then you could
James,
look at
James
that the other
Boardman
way.
up 12 spots.
You could look at that the other way and say they're not pushing hard enough.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay, Will's come into pits.
Yep.
He didn't want Roy on his ass for too long.
Yeah, I think I'd do the same. Sort of pucker up when Roy's behind you.
Yes, you don't die wondering what Roy's going to do when he's behind you. It's inevitable. Justin Wood doing really well, up 20. Jason Dunn up 10. Nick showing his cards now, up 7. Trent's really starting to push Wayne now.
Yeah, it's looking, the lap times are very close.
A lot of them would be thinking about their second pit stop now.
A little wiggle there from.
Yeah, it'll
Wayne.
be getting close, won't it? Like
Yes.
I got 14 of that first one, but obviously you can put more in the second stop if you choose to. But yeah, a lot of guys would have just put another. What were we in? 50, was it?
Yeah. Well, you're sort of at that peak. You can make it home from here quite comfortably, and your tyres won't be too. That's 16 laps.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Expecting, in the next 3 or 4 laps, a lot of the guys starting to come in.
We could get a little bit, I think.
3 wide. Oh, well done.
From memory, I
Oh.
think I put 15 in at the first. 50 in at the first stop and 35 at the second one.
Yeah, we had safety cars, so I did on very quickly. So I was at the back, so I just thought I'd fill up. That was really good racing there.
Yeah, and so what? And Justin Wood up 20, quietly just going along.
Yeah, he seems to be getting better and better. I've been watching his name in the officials, and he's really doing well.
Oh, round we go.
The lawnmower?
Yeah, just go for a quick leak. He'd be spewing over that. And where are you hanging around, Mark? I can't see your name at the moment.
He just
right down
he
the
just
back.
got past. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just got past
Dunn.
Jason Dunn.
Okay.
Yeah, what we were watching.
Well, yep. Tread's past Wayne now.
Yeah, it'll be go time for Trent now.
Yeah, you probably have a bit more fuel than Wayne did, so it should be a shorter stop, second stop. Going into pits works well, and you don't drive past your guy.
Is this a true life story you're telling us?
I don't know.
You got a history of fuel, haven't you?
Pit stops, yeah, something. Yeah, I got a history of lots of things, Andrew. But I never spelt. But I've never spelt my name wrong. So they're all pitting now. With, Yo, Horton, Sanderson, McMillan, they're all pitting.
Speak of you, Howie, he's just joined us.
Hey boys.
There you go, mate.
How you going?
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just got home, so get on the broadcast.
Got home from where?
Oh, work.
Okay. Yep, I did that for a few hours this morning, and that was it.
Yeah, it was a bit of an all-day rain and puts a bit of a delay on things, but anyway.
So how did you find the track? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved the track. I thought it was a really good challenge in the regard of like controlling your right foot,
Yeah.
of which you might have seen earlier on in the race. So cold tyres, I just sort of drifted a bit wide and lost a couple of spots. And yeah, realised that pretty quickly that, I think as Mark was saying before, tyres were the ultimate, so I just sort of backed off a bit from trying to push real hard and just kept a steady pace. I think just consistent, hit my marks and tried to minimise tyre wear.
Yeah, short shifting, stuff like that. Trent Allen's come into the pit. Nick's got himself a bonus point. Well done, Nick.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's plenty of short shifting going on just to stop them from spinning up.
Oh no.
Oh, Nick.
Oh. That won't buff out.
Yeah, he got tangled up with a lap car there.
More coming into the pit now.
Yeah, there's a swag in them now.
Mike, you're up to 6 now. How you feeling?
It's pretty comfortable at this stage, although I was having a really good run with Pecky and Matt McMillan there for a while, and then Pecky was behind me, really pressuring me. He's like driving really well, and it was just, I couldn't make a mistake, and I was actually being really cautious. And then he pitted, and I thought, oh well, that sort of gives me a bit of a breather. And then he came out in front of me. I thought, oh, well done, mate. Got me on pit strategy. But then he started to slow down for some reason, or rather, I'm not really sure what was going on there.
Yeah,
And,
maybe he short fueled and then realised and thought, oh no, I'll have to really save a bit of fuel here.
Yeah, so, but you had a really good, really awesome race with Mark and Matt. Had a bit of a tussle with Nick as well. We went side by side, so that was pretty good.
Well, Nick's come into the pits and Trent's taken the number 1 position back again. Yeah, look, Justin Wood up 32. He's come into the pit now. He's had a great look at Reg up 17, and he's had, well, we've seen him go off track twice. So, what could have been for Reg as well?
He must have had some pace there, eh? Because he's been able to overcome those couple of off tracks.
You know, when I was in the pits, I seen all these people coming past. I thought, oh no, I'm gonna drop like a stone. did I make the right choice?
Yes. Andrew, can we have the pits up? I want to see where if Granshaw's taken 2 pits.
Not yet, I don't think. Because do you remember I was close behind Greenshaw at one stage there, and we both ended up pitting on the same lap.
Oh, okay. Well, we've moved up to 9th now.
Yeah, we haven't taken that second
Yeah.
start.
So there's still a few. You, also, Nick's gone in. Oh, else we got? Oh, Horsell hasn't done his second pit. Woods, James, Black, and McCormack. Smith out, unfortunately. Oh, 12 laps to go. Now it starts to get interesting.
I know at this point, Mark and Matt were having an absolute cracking battle.
Yeah, Matt's another one that's had a great year.
Yeah.
Doing really well. Just being consistent. Andrew Rushworth's up to 13th. Well done, Andrew. I'll say that for Dean Logsdale. He loves talking about you.
You'd only had one stop at this stage, Mark.
Yep. Thought I'd try and run it. I put a lot in at the first stop.
Okay, yep. Yeah, well, it's also awesome that there's been no safety cars. That's really great to the drivers. That's really.
I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd week in a row too that we haven't had a safety car.
What was that, Mark? Just making sure there was no netcode?
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
I think netcode's been a real pain in the neck for me lately.
Yeah, I don't hear it too much mentioned in Split 2 at the moment. It seems to be not as bad as it was when they first started putting that bloody damage model in. Jesus, you'd go 2 cars near a guy, bang.
Yeah, that's been fixed, hasn't it?
Yeah,
They've done an awesome job, yeah.
But I think they may have tightened the car up a little too much though. And you can hit a wall fairly hard without beating steering.
Yeah, you're right. It went from being too severe to probably a little bit lenient now, possibly.
So I think
It will be interesting to see what they do with Gen 3. See if there's any
it will be, won't
better.
it?
Oh, here we go. Oh, beautiful move.
Scotty Perrins lost a position there.
Yeah, James. That was a really good move.
So Matty McMillan, he's really close to Mark Peck now. They were having. I was watching them on the relative.
So are you thinking now you're a bit too far now to press for Wayne, is it?
Yeah, he was sort of. I was keeping that 8-second mark, 8-1, 8-second, and then I thought if I can just consolidate, I'll stay here, and I was keeping an eye on what these two were doing, and I had a bit of a nice buffer while Matt was behind Mark, and I guess as soon as that changed, then I was sort of going to have to either pick up the pace or whatever. I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah, just sort of keep an eye on that time difference and try and save those tyres in case you really need to burn them later.
Yeah, well, I think I was doing 143s, like mid 143s, just as I said, cruising, hitting the mark, nothing fancy. You can see them just at the end of the straight now. So I was, as I was turning, sort of going down the hill there, I could see them in my mirror. I'm thinking, yep, that's all right.
Yeah, you seem their battle. You seem to be pulling away from them because they're battling together.
Yeah. And then you see Wayne. He was just sort of starting to scoot away. I think he was trying to catch. I think he was actually trying to catch Trent. And I didn't want to really get involved in trying to chase him down, even though there was like 9 laps left to go or whatever. I thought, no, better. This will be my best finish if I can finish in third, and so I just sort of kept the consistency and just kept an eye on what was going on behind.
I was doing my best to try and get in the way of them for you, Michael. Yeah, that's how my race went. A lap down.
Oh, nearly. But apart from the other mistakes that some people had, the racing was really close, and you could have a go like this, and people were, well, all the drivers were really, good in that regard, and considerate, and they just raced. It wasn't like about, oh, I've got to be in front kind of thing. It was actually really good.
You're right. There's a lot of respect out there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's developing quite well. So, sort of hats off to the split makers in that regard.
Yeah, it's always going to take time to settle down, and then you throw in a new car next season as well. And yeah, I mean, over the last season, last year, I mean, there's been a lot of landscape changes, as in 4 splits and then new car as well. So it's going to be a while before the splits sort themselves out or settle down.
Oh, especially with the new one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it basically shuffles the cards again, doesn't it? I mean, the cream will rise to the top, but it'll take time, depending on how many laps you can put in and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, Trent being quite new, and I've seen some of his times in practice, and he's definitely split 2 material. They need to be top 10 split 2 material. Battling for the top 10. Same as Ray. Ray unfortunately dropped down to split 3, but he was towards the end of not this season but last season. He was definitely getting better and better.
Who was that? Oh,
Andrew.
That was a big slide coming up over the top of the hill.
Oh yeah, I actually remember that now. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a race with Andrew when he hasn't done a slide of some sort.
So now it started to get interesting because Matty had got past Mark. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, James.
That's a shame because I think I said about 5 laps ago how well he'd been doing. How many laps he was up?
I was surprised
he was up.
I was surprised he was in the position he was, given some of the tracks that he's been at. He's been very quick.
Yeah, he might have got caught up with something, but yeah, he's had a few top 10s, hasn't he?
Definitely. Right. Simon Black.
Tell you what, the curators of that track need to buy a lawnmower because that grass is pretty long.
Isn't it?
But it keeps your tyres cool.
Not a grass fire though.
Yeah, I suppose it gets to this stage of the season, last 3 or 4 races, people are jostling for that top 10 or top 5, so you would get a lot more respectful driving than your first 2 races of the season where people are just trying to do as best as they can and sometimes, overcook it.
Yeah, it's a consolidation.
Yeah. Like you said, you probably, like you said, this will be your highest finish for the season, so you're thinking, look, I'm not going to push it too hard. I'll just try and get that podium if I can.
Yeah, 100%. And at this point, I was definitely watching the relative, because Matty was, now he'd finally got some clear air, he was pushing hard.
Nick's moved up to 7th. He's doing well as well, especially considering that he had that crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing myself. There's a few out there that have been off track and still made good recoveries, eh?
You can see the gap that Matt's already pulled on Mark, so like he was on it, off tracks and all that sort of. He must have had a few in the bank because he was giving it to it. Whoa.
He had a very good season last season, and he's had a good season this year, Matt.
Oh, what happened to Sean, his brother? I haven't seen him for a few races now.
Yeah, the numbers have really dropped off. I don't know about all the splits, but I know that in split 2, you know, we'd be lucky to get 32 drivers.
Yeah, this week that we're watching was a bit different, but the week before that there was only 28 drivers in this split 3.
Yeah, so the numbers have really dropped. I don't know why. I'm just maybe losing interest because they're not getting positions or struggling. I don't know.
Work or this time of the year?
Yeah, I think early was it the beginning of the season was still school holidays. There was a bit of a mix-up. You know, numbers were down right from the start in this league, in this split anyway. But yeah, I don't know whether maybe a few people are just hanging out for the new car. I don't know.
Could be because the wait list has been pretty long.
Yeah, I can't remember. I did look yesterday, actually. I think the numbers were up to about 189 or something for next season. So that's already 9 more than what we had with at the beginning of the season. There'll be more too, I would think, with the car, new car and that. There'll be a bit of a swelling.
Yeah, definitely.
Goodbye.
You have to think the way it's going, Mark, that 5 splits isn't really out of the realm in the future. But yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be.
Was it some talk I saw the other day with Jamie McKnight saying that there might be an official safety car being designed?
I had heard rumours of that. And I think they're going to also put a little bit more emphasis on, with the safety cars more on the roadside, for the road.
I must say that in split 2, Race Control and his little helpers did an awesome job. You know, they've struggled in the last couple of weeks trying to find their feet and stuff, but I just have to say that they did an awesome job on Thursday night. There we go.
Nick was trying really hard there, and I think Todd just couldn't say that was net code, but
no, but they're racing for position.
Yeah, definitely. And 4 laps to go, sort of a bit frustrating.
At the moment, only internet's going to stop Trent from winning, isn't it?
No, he's been the man to beat all season, there's no doubt about it. He's got good pace. He would have qualified, I think, 12th in split 2 with his time.
Who's got a blown motor there? Is that Wayne?
13-second lead, is it?
That's my Carlo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Mike launched one. Oh. There goes his counterparts. Simon passing him in the OSR car. That's a pretty old livery. That's goes back away, that one.
Yeah, it does.
But it's good to see Simon back in a V8.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, he's done. Like, I remember being in the OSR team many years ago. So, my sim career started with OSR. So,
yeah, I was the same. That development series where I cut, well, I was going to say where I cut my teeth. I feel like I'm still cutting them. But yeah.
Pulling them out and putting them in a glass jar.
Yeah. I wish I was still cutting them, I guess. The plastic now.
Yeah, that was a great concept, that dev series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never did any well in it. I was always in the second split and down the bottom of it.
Yeah,
remember
that's
Mike-
right. They used to have, what, a Tuesday night and a Wednesday night, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Mike and Simon trying to teach me how to get around Road Atlanta in the V8 supercar. I think it was the Falcon, the only one we had at the time, and I was really, really bad. So I just ended up pulling the plug and didn't go back.
No, we were racing in HTR back in those days with Mark Fee and Jeff
Remember Mark?
Gauchi and Paul Cicucci and
Oh wow, there's some names.
yeah, well, back in those days, that was the only way we could get us set up. It was to do the dev series and use that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember Mark B.
Yeah, well, it was from Tate, something Tate from New
Sean
Zealand.
Tate.
Yeah, Sean Tate and
Yeah.
and Chris Hogan with the start of it. They started the team and we all joined up, and then Chris went and started another team, and Tate gave up.
I think back in that, I think OSR still hold the record for the most amount of consecutive series run
Yeah.
out of all of iRacing.
You'd have to see vets passing them down the track.
Yeah, potentially. Obviously, I don't know if Simon would, it's going to continue. They still do scops and all that, but the genuine OSR at the time, yeah, it had some impressive numbers.
Yes, like I said, all the team was in there and consistently on the Tuesday night.
Mm.
I remember
Hey,
when
Nick has given Todd the position back.
Yep.
a handful of laps to go and Trent's 14, nearly 15 seconds in front. Up to Wayne Sanderson having an awesome race. And Mike, you're up into third still, where you started.
Yeah, I was really surprised, to be real honest, to be there. So
It's good to see
Yeah, it's a
people doing well.
good effort, Mike. Yeah.
I must say it was very, very quiet in our Discord. Ed wasn't able to get home in time, make the race.
Mm.
So it was, very quiet channel.
Yeah, we didn't get given any wrong directions.
I'd like to credit this this podium to my teammates for not showing up.
Yeah.
Justin Wood up 20. I suppose we have to start thinking about the chubby buns now.
Yeah.
We do love you, Ed, but yeah.
Absolutely, dude. Just sometimes. But we'll let you off the hook because we know you're in your 60s now, so
Yeah, it's a good effort by Justin Wood, and up 20 spots. I know he must have been one that didn't put a qualifying time down, but that's 20 spots is 20 spots. Pretty good effort around this place.
Maybe he's been very clean.
Well, it was pretty tricky. You'd have to agree with one lap qualifier. You just had to get it right.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I think what happened, a lot of people took it really easy, so it didn't get off tracks because off tracks were so easy to get here.
Yeah, so they're probably overcautious. Yeah, well, you had to be, really, didn't you?
Yeah. And you could not use the
Yeah, so
curbs here at
Trent's
all.
got a 17-second lead.
Bit of a battle on for 9th and 10th between Aidan and Nick. They're swapping positions, left, right and centre. Last lap for Trent. Awesome drive by Trent. Special mentions, John Fillingham up 4, Will Munro up 1, Craig Healy up 4, well done.
Who did we decide for driver of the day?
We haven't decided.
We haven't.
No,
We haven't yet. How many laps we got? Oh, last lap.
last lap.
lap. Checkered flag will be out this time by.
I'd like to think, I'll put Justin Wood. I don't think he's had much mentions before.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I mean, there's been some great drives by Mark Peck, Mac, and obviously yourself, Mike, and Sanderson and Trent. But yeah, I'll put my name forward for Justin Wood.
Yep, I'm going to go with that too. Must have been a clean run.
Yep. I know over the last few seasons I've seen his name in the incident points, so you know he's obviously trying to change the way he drives, and well deserved. Well done, Trent. Top drive.
Yep, well done, Trent. Wayne and Mike.
Yep, well done, Wayne. Special mention for Hoffy, just there for Wayne. Well done. You must be teaching him really well. And Mike, well done. That's awesome. Do you think you'll get back to split 2?
Oh, I'll try, but not this season because I won't be with all the sort of season I've had. I don't think I'll be moving up anytime soon. So it'll probably be another season in split 3, but I don't mind that. I'm pretty happy with the guys that are in this split because everyone's sort of showing each, as I said before, showing each other respect, and I think, like you said before, it's sort of taken that season to find it, and now everyone has sort of settled. Although we're going to have probably some guys coming down from split 2, there's also going to be guys that are moving up to split 2, so that'll change things at the top a little, but for the most part I think we've got a great split 3, and yeah, just looking forward to Bathurst and next season. So given the season I've had, yeah, pretty much stay there. But yeah, thanks to my team and Shadow Racing, all the guys, the great support, great laugh. Obviously, thanks to RaceKraft, and because I probably don't really get the chance to thank many people. Don't get on the podium that often. But yeah, everyone involved, race control, play their part as well. So yeah, it was a good one for a change.
Who's helping Bruce this season in race control?
A young fella, Ty.
Ty.
I can't
Ty
know his
Delaney.
last name.
Ty
There you go.
Delaney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're doing very well. Is Mark? Is Bruce coming back to racing next season?
Yes. That's Bruce. Bruce has basically been letting Ty run the show most of the season, basically, but especially the last few rounds, because Bruce is jumping back in the seat next season.
Good to see him driving again. Well done, Mike. Top effort, mate. Well done, and hopefully next week you can continue, if not get better.
Yeah, let's hope so. Obviously Bathurst is a bit of a favourite, and
I hate it. It's one of those. You don't want to go too hard because you hit that wall and you don't. It's not as if you can go off onto the sand. You just go try and get to pits. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we did that. Like obviously the Bathurst 1000. I did that with our teammate Brad Double, and yeah, that was a brilliant race. Like we got turned around a couple of times, but we were running in the top 10 on the lead lap for most of it, and we just had a really good run. And Bathurst is always a challenge, and if you can pull it off, no matter where you finish, sort of thing, you've done pretty well. And if you can
Yeah,
get in,
exactly. Even finishing the race, you take that breath of comfort, going, thank God that's over. Well,
yeah,
so let's go through we've got Trent Revolution Racing in first, Wayne Sanderson in Southern Cross Racing in second, Mike Yeo in Shadow Racing in third. Then you had Matt McMillan with WK&P, and Mark Peck. Well done, Mark, in MI Racing. Scott McKenzie, Misfits, Mark Horton in Accelerate Sim Racing, Nick Hessler in Angry Birds Racing, Todd Martin in A Privateer, Aidan Rice makes out the top 10 in Taipan Esports.
I've got Andrew
And-
Rushworth, Apex Esports League, and Roy Clark just getting there in 12th place for Banter Alliance Racing, and John Fillingham moves up to 13th as a privateer. Will Munro made it back to 14th. Simrigs Infinity Motorsport. 15th, Craig Healy in EWRGMK Logistics, and Sir Dave Galley, WK&P Sim Sports. Justin Wood, the chubby buns, by the look of it. Privateer made it up to 17th. Peter Verme, 1 MLT, and Scotty Perrins in the top 20 and 19. Quantum Racing, and Reg James will round out the top 20 with WK&P Sim Sports.
There we go.
Well done, everyone. So we come in an agreement that Justin Wood, chubby buns driver of the day.
Yeah, I
yeah, I think so.
Well
Hang
done,
on,
Justin.
I'll see if I can bring them up.
Yep.
All right, so Bathurst next week, and should be an interesting race.
80
Yes.
laps.
80?
Yeah, 80 laps.
No
Boys,
way.
300k. Yep,
Yeah,
300k.
half of Bathurst.
Bloody hell.
So
It's
if
not.
you
It's a
haven't
third of a Bathurst, isn't it? It's 300
You have-
k's.
if you haven't
Yeah,
got a
well,
strong bladder, you're in trouble.
161 laps.
Ah,
80 laps. Yeah.
you've just ruined my weekend.
I can see a whole heap of bottles down between everyone's legs.
Stubbies.
Yeah, no co-drivers.
No. Well done.
There we go. So
Well done, Justin Wood.
Justin Wood, driver of the day.
Yep, well done, mate.
Yeah, congrats,
great
mate.
stuff. Great stuff. Really, really on the up. Well, do you want to mention any sponsors, Andrew?
No. No, thanks to all the league and everything else. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and we'll see you all next week for Bathurst and 80 laps. Enjoy.
Yeah, yeah. Happy Bathurst week, everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm hearing different reports here, 39, 49. Now I can't imagine us doing 80.
Just let me have a look at. Where is that? Oh, I keep losing this thing calendar. There it is.
Well, 250 is 41, isn't it?
It is 49 laps.
49.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, you had to go going there.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it all day. 80 laps, how am I going to make that?
I'll get on the morning and I'll give the new setup a try and see how I go.
I'd like
Anyway,
to see 80 laps.
No
would ya?
coffees or drinks
Yeah.
Actually,
beforehand.
40, even 49 is a lot. I think the most I've done in one single race is 30 something, 39.
But the committee have done well by choosing Bathurst as the last race when can't be a drop round, so they've done really well. Gone from one of the smallest tracks from Sandown now to one of the biggest, the actually biggest track just about. So
It's a great way to finish.
Yeah. top
Yeah,
tier.
and also to see off Gen 2 as well. So, yeah,
Yep.
no, I think it's going to be a really good week, actually.
Yeah,
And
Bruce,
from what I can gather too, there's going to be some people drag out some old liveries from way
Yeah.
back when they first started, or when for Gen 2 first started. So
Yeah,
I
Andrew,
know we're doing something.
Andrew's given us a green light to use any old setup, so I have to go through all my bonnets to see which one I want to use.
the pin-up bonnets.
It was funny last week. The New Zealand guys thought that your bonnet was Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunt, typical New Zealanders, you know, blonde. Who are they going to think? Rachel Hunter. Half the guys in the racing today wouldn't even remember her.
They didn't look at her face.
No, they don't, well, the New Zealanders don't look at their face.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for all your help, and thanks to everybody out there in YouTube for playing along. And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
See you next Saturday.
No worries, mate. See you,
Take
mate.
care, everyone.
Well done, guys.
Get off my fucking